Add a few horses. It'll rattle your soul. Here they come. The loud pedals out, the green flags out, and they are off. On the half, Nestor gets the jump on Minnick Jackson down to the inside. The 37 machine will bite and go forward on the outside. And Coe's going to sit there and watch to see who does what. Everybody gets down the backstretch clean as Jackson and Minnick battling for second. Stevie gets a forward bite on him a little bit. Got some clearance. May be able to get down. Nope, Jackson stuffs it in the corner a little bit tight. Coe stays down low. Gatton down low. Springer low and Jerry Hammond high. Brian Nestor leads the first lap. Jackson and Minnick battling for seconds. Parrish on the move. Van Wergen goes high, loses a couple spots. Fullerton gets underneath him. Again, Minnick and Jackson doing a nice job door to door. Jackson gets a little bit low. Coe decides he's looking to the outside. He's racing with both of these guys. And crash on the front stretch. Somebody's backward. That's Don Skaggs into the wall. That'll bring out the yellow. Okay, Weo said the one to go was good. It's out there, so when they get to the white stripe there between 3 and 4, they can stand on a loud pedal and we'll be racing again. They started a little bit early. Jackson and Nestor, here they come. The green flag is out and we are off again. Jackson tries to pinch Nestor down, doesn't work. Minnick spun his tires. Coe got a little bit of a bite on him coming out. Stevie down on the inside. Coe gets into third. Steve into fourth. Springer looks to get into fifth. And fourth. A little black going to settle in and go get him now. Brian Nestor stretches that lead by about 3 or 4 car lengths. That car's handling like it's on a rope on the inside. Jonathan Gatton high, Jerry Gatton low, or Jerry Hammond low, excuse me. Jerry Hammond loose also. Hangs on to that race car, does a nice job. Nestor, Jackson, Coe, Springer, Minnick, Gatton, Hammond to the inside again. Bud Adams to the outside of Tim Burkett. Seven in, 43 to go. Nestor hitting his marks. Oh, here we go. A flat left rear and a big spin, some tire turds all over the racetrack. We're going to throw the yellow quick. Sam Toller in the 8 took a spin right in front of the grandstands, right in front of the Shepherd's House gang. They said, do we crash a little bit? There you go. And it'll be a clean start. The field bunches up behind Nestor and Coe. Jackson and Springer right behind him. Here they go. They're off. And Nestor gets good forward bite that time. But Scott Coe's got the horsepower. He's going to stay right with him. Wheel to wheel. They may have even touched a little bit going in. Nestor gets the bite coming out. Coe says, you can't win it in lap 7 anyway. We'll sit back here and watch just a little bit. Jackson to the inside. Springer to the outside. Jonathan Gatton found his way down. Got into 5th. 37 cars missed the setup apparently. He's having an awful time with it. Stevie Minnick Jr. as Hammond gets up underneath him. And here comes Bud Adams. He's going to look for a ticket on the train down on the inside. And Tim Burkett going to do the same thing. It's Nestor, Coe, Springer, and Danny Jackson, your first 4. We are 1/5 of the way through, 10 in, 40 to go. Nestor stretching it out just a little bit on Coe. Again, there's 40 laps to go. There's no need to try and go crazy, but you don't want the lead guy to get away from you too deep. That's why Springer's trying to keep a close eye on Coe. Danny Jackson 4th, Jonathan Gatton 5th. Adams, Tim Burkett going down to the inside, going to pick up a spot on Jerry Hammond. Puts him up in the 7th spot. Jerry says, not quite so fast. I'm not giving it up that easy. Minnick Jr. says, this thing's getting too much. I'm done. The wise move sometimes in the car, just in under your comfort zone. Bud Adams looking to go to the bottom side of Jonathan Gatton. Looking to pick up that 5th spot. Bud Adams was the fast qualifier a couple of weeks ago when this lineup got set. Bud knows his way around this speedway. Trey Duble continues to pick cars off. Keep an eye on that 331. Flying Brian Nestor out front. Coe shadowing him, chasing him in his tire tracks. They're starting to stretch it out a little bit on Springer, Jackson, and Adams. I think Adams is being held up just a little bit. He got around Jonathan Gatton fairly easy, and that's no easy task, actually. Travis Stepp in the 88 slows on the backstretch. Slows a lot on the backstretch, and maybe he's out of power. He comes to a stop on the backstretch. We'll go back to lap 15. Got 15 in, 35 to go as the Corn Crib Racing Machine comes to a stop on the backstretch. So mechanical problems befell young Travis Stepp. Into 3, through 4. Brian hits the loud pedal. Scott hits the loud pedal. Here they come, the two white machines again. Flying Brian Nestor gets a good forward bite, takes off down the backstretch. Everybody gets through 1 and 2 clean. Off lap 16 at 30 at 50. The Genuine Roaster Chicken Dean Best Memorial 50. Jackson loose, spinning side, oh, and he's heading south in the northbound lane. Tire smoke, a lot of guys avoiding him. Kruger buries her into the infield. And another one looking right at me. I don't have the number on it. He's up against the tires, just going into 3. He keeps it up. It won't be quiet long. Won't be calling his name a lot. The green is out, the pedals are down, and here we go. Good even start this time. Coe and Nestor, slight touch, not much, don't affect anything, going through 1 and 2. And we got Tristan Van Weergen in the infield. Van Weergen may be trying to make a... And Van Weergen's going to join the back of the field, but he's going to have to hustle. And the green flag is out, and we're off and racing again. Coe with an even better start this time. He and Flying Brian strategizing on the restarts. These guys are excellent at it. Look at those two go. It looks like one car going down the backstretch. They're so close together. The inside line's usually preferred, but Scott Coe knows how to get around this place. Goes in hard, diming it off just a little bit. Contact. Coe says, that's okay. And Nestor clears him again. What a fantastic restart. Coe's going to give him a little love tap, say, I know, I'm going to remind you I'm here. Adams and Springer watching the show from 3rd and 4th. Jonathan Gatton 5th, Hammond 6th, Nick Clemens. Telling you, watch that 34. He's been sneaking up on people. Tim Burkett, he's going to have some fun passing some bodies. He already picked up 3 or 4 spots from starting in the back. Clemens to the inside of Hammond. Contact in 1 and 2. Everybody stays straight. This will be 20 laps as they cross the line. Clemens clears Hammond. Nestor, Coe, Adams, Springer, and Gatton, your first 5. Clemens in 6th now. Sorry, Jim, I got to stand so I can see what's right. Bobby Hank, Matt Dimmitt battling for position halfway through the field. Yeah, it's going to be a traffic jam in there. As the first 7 or 8 cars are starting to stretch things out a little bit. But boy, the activity for about 8th on back is the traffic jam. Brent Martin gets underneath Hammond. Bobby Hank going to buy a ticket on that train. There's 3 or 4 guys try that new yellow stripe we just got down on the Speedway. Parrish almost gets into the back of Hammond. Hammond slowing down on the Speedway. Probably mechanical or handling problems. We're not sure which. In the meantime, out front, Nestor and Coe stretching things out. Bud Adams in 3rd. Brad Springer 4th. Jonathan Gatton 5th. And Nick Clemens 6th. Jerry Hammond calls it a night. Pulls it into the pit area. Cross flags halfway for you experienced racers. 25 in, 25 to go. Brian Nestor's led the first 25. We'll see if the tires hold out, see if that toe end's okay after a couple of little incidental bumps earlier in the race. Some of the guys sit up a little higher in the seat now, and it's halfway through. It's time to go chase somebody down. We'll see if Adams can reel in Coe and Nestor. Brad Springer and Jonathan Gatton also thinking the same thing. It's time to get up and go. But Brian starting on the pole, stretching it out again. That Burkett Nestor machine's been working well for him all season long. $29 in, 21 to go. Longest green flag run we've had. Trey Double getting under James Kruger. That's for position back here. Tim Burkett waiting for somebody to make a move so he can keep on moving. Tim's probably hoping for a couple of yellows and a little help from Buster. Nestor, good 10 car lengths on Coe, who's got 10 car lengths on Bud Adams. In just a few laps, it might be traffic time. First time in the race we've had to deal with traffic. As Brian Nestor gaining on the back of the field pretty close. Dan Werrigan, Jackson, and Mel Klein all in his sights. Let's see how Flying Brian handles traffic. Oh, getting a little bit interesting here on the front stretch. Burkett he is doing a little landscaping. I use that as an expression. He was in the dirt there a little bit going into 1. Gets around Klein. He's got Jackson in the sights. Gets around him pretty easy. Didn't slow him down a little bit. Coe was able to close the gap a bit. Now let's see if Scott can get around him just as quickly. About a half a straightaway lead for Flying Brian. Scott doing all he can. Some of the guys may have saved some tires, but it's time to go. If you're going to chase somebody down, it's time to start getting that fishing pole out and reeling them in. It's Zebico time for you fishermen. The wave over flag, give it to Jackson. Bud Adams breaks through the traffic. Now they're free to run for a couple of 3 laps. Flying Brian's going to catch up with Christian Van Weerigen and Brent Martin, or Dave Nestor, excuse me, in the 12N. Once we got through halfway, this race has been a long green flag run. 38 in, will be 39 at the line and 11 to go. So far, the race dominated by Brian Nestor. Track champ Scott Coe leading the country, trying to reel him in. Bud Adams running third. Brad Springer fourth. And Jonathan Gatton, the 16-year-old, is in a nice race, running fifth. 40 in, 10 to go. Something down there. Nestor, Coe, and Adams, your top 3. They've got it stretched out pretty good. Nestor gets around Van Weerigen pretty clean. Coe doing everything he can in that 28 Coe Motorsports machine. Just can't quite reel him in as Nestor is just on a dime tonight. Jim Lambert going to ease his way down there. He's going to talk to the podium finishers here at the end of the race. And we'll call the finish from up here at the top. Next time by, 5 to go. Next time by, 5 to go for Flying. Brian Nestor gets the outside of Breedlove. Tristan Van Weerigen to the pit area. The gap is closed. Travis Stepp next for Flying Brian. Brian's going to go to the outside. Coe dives in, gets around Breedlove pretty quick. Adams third, Springer fourth, Gatton fifth, Clement sixth. They've been that way since lap 25 or so. Anything can still happen, contact or anything, spinning by, get a guy a little bit loose. The Genuine Broaster Chicken 50, Dean Best Memorial coming to an end. White flag next time by for Brian Nestor. One to go, 49 in and 1 to go. Nestor can almost mail it home. He's got a half a straightaway lead on Scott Coe. He's got a half straightaway lead on Bud Adams. I called him Brian Adams earlier. He probably appreciate that. Here's your winner, checkered flag. He's got a hand out the window. Flying Brian Nestor. Coe second, Adams third, Springer fourth, Jonathan Gatton, the 60-year-old, comes in fifth, and Nick Clemens finishes sixth. We'll get the podium finishers up here to the start-finish line. And Hall of Famer Jim Lambert, he's got the extra microphone. He's going to talk to those guys a little bit for you. Interesting race. Took a little while to get it going, but once we got it going, boy, do they get it going. Again, you're looking at some of the fastest asphalt modifieds in the country right here at Baer Speedway. Flying Brian put it to him tonight. Scott Coe's super fast car just couldn't catch him.